Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a quick little video for my Facebook peeps and my Instagram peeps. So we're going to talk about the new reels that I was just sponsored with by SWP, Southernmost Wildlife Products. And SWP hooked it up with these pretty cool Florida reels. This is going to be a Florida fishing products, and it's got the website down there. And I believe SWP, from what I've seen, is the only one that carries these reels, and this is the Osprey. I'm not sure if it's the Osprey 5000. This is going to be for jetty fishing. Now, another one that they hooked it up with is going to be the Osprey SE from same company, Florida, and this is going to be a 2500. They gave me these reels and a really nice cooler that I'll show you guys in a bit, but I wanted to talk about these reels because a lot of people on my channel ask me, what reel do you recommend? What rod do you recommend? And I've always talked about, or in some of my videos, I've talked about how important a reel is and how important a rod is. So the rod sponsor that I have is Exotic High Performance Rods, and that's going to be my go-to for rods for obvious reasons. It's really light. It's super durable. The guides are great, and the one that I use is a 7-foot medium fast action rod, and I have some coming in for my bait caster. But and now I'm going to be needing to get some more spinning rods for these setups here. But let's go ahead and take a dive into these reels really fast, guys. Let's talk about the 5000 first here. So let's check it out. I did go to Hook, Line, and Sinker earlier today to get them spooled up. And right off the back, I can tell you that when I first seen these reels, I wasn't too sure about them. This was like 3 months ago, maybe. I had seen them at their shop, but I never really paid attention to them because, as you guys know, I've always been a pen slammer guy. And it takes a really good reel to really convince me to kind of leave pen. But now that we have the opportunity to try these out without having to buy them, why not? So on this video, we're just gonna talk about the reels and the dimensions and the bearings and all that good stuff. And you're gonna be seeing them in my YouTube channel going forward, so you can see how they work and things like that, because we are gonna be testing these. And I come from Pen Slammer, so it's gonna be a good you're gonna get a good opinion from me because I'm used to the good stuff. And from what I've heard about these guys is that they're really, really good as well. So we're gonna see, we're gonna find out. But right off the bat, I can tell you that the reel is really smooth, really, really smooth. It's all aluminum body. It looks like it's pretty sealed. It almost looks like a kind of like a Shimano from the back there, and it's got the Fish Better, Fish Florida right here in the back. That's pretty dope. Florida is known for a lot of fishery, so that I'm not surprised. And this is going to be the Prey 5000. I have it spooled up with 40-pound braid on this one, since we're going to be using this one on the jetties. Now, I did notice that with the 40-pound braid, we were only able to fit about 170 yards on this bad boy. So we're gonna find out if that's plenty for this reel. Usually I like to fish with at least 300 yards on my jetty reels, but 170 should be enough for this reel here. So let's talk a little bit about it. The gear ratio on this 5000 is gonna be a 4:9:1 ratio. The line capacity is going to go, it tells you here 0.35, 160, 0.40, 130, meaning the thickness of the braid. I don't understand all those numbers and fancy things, as I'm sure maybe you guys don't either. So I just went the old school way. I took it to Hook, Line, and Sinker and had them tell me how much yards that is exactly for the pound. So we're going to be doing a review on this one for sure. And we're going to see how many fish we can catch on it to really put it to the test out there, guys. But heard a lot of good stuff about this brand. So even shops, Hook, Line, and Sinker was like, where did you get these reels from? You know, they're really good reels. And I was like, well, actually, I got them from SWP. So SWP is the only one that carries these if they didn't have them, believe me, because they have a lot of reels there. And So that's the 5,000. And you can't really notice it on camera, but it has like a little metallic, I'm seeing it now. It's got like a metallic flake on it. It's a black with a metallic flake when the light's hitting it. So I'm assuming in the sun it's really gonna pop that metallic stuff. I'm gonna put this probably on a 10-foot rod, just so you guys know, a medium heavy rod or a medium light rod. Now, let's go into the bad boy that I'm really excited about. This one is the one that I'm really excited about, to be honest with you guys. This is gonna be the 2500. Why am I more excited about this one than the 5000? Let me show you. This one kind of looks like a pen slammer. You know, it's got the same little slits from a pen slammer has, and it has these cool little slits right here by the handle, and you can tell in the video probably it's all aluminum elbow, aluminum frame. This reel feels like money. This one does really feel really good. The other one feels good too, but this one I'm more of a visual guy, the aesthetics. And since it's got all these little cool ridges, it makes it look a lot more fancier to me. So I would definitely buy this one just by looking at it if I saw it at a store, because of the design. I'm a sucker for design, man, and that's a cool design right there. And it's got the chrome on top here. Let's take off the top part here. Okay, so this feels good too. It doesn't feel cheap like your typical cheap cover does. Let's open this one up. It's got a little guide there. I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Wonder what that's for. And you can already tell that it's got a good bearing inside. You can't really see it on the camera, but there's a really nice bearing in there. Now let's take the spool off. Whoa, that's interesting. That's cool. So the inside of check out the bearing inside of this spool. You don't really see it like that. I don't know if the camera can focus on it or not, but that looks dope. I'm using my camera from my desktop, guys, so I apologize. I'm not using any fancy DSLR or anything like that, but that is cool. And it's not heavy, but it definitely feels like a good material, this little spool. Usually the spool feels like plastic or kind of crappy. This one feels good. And check out the inside. The inside's got like some sort of other crazy bearing in there. It looks like a really good braking system for the drag. And look at the inside here. The inside's got it's got that same little thing there, and it definitely has an interesting setup here. So it's not your typical just like a one rod sticking out kind of deal. It has this little thing here, and I'm guessing it's going to help for the braking system on the drag. So that's pretty cool. Now I know that George uses these reels from RGB Bait Masters, and he's told me how great they are and how good they are, and and he uses these at his charters for himself because he knows how good they are. So he wants to make sure people take care of them, so he uses them himself. So right off the bat, guys, I can tell you that this 2500, it's a solid reel. The reason I'm excited about this one is because, as you guys know, I do a lot of fishing on the kayak or even the boat, and I wanted a 2500 because I know that most fishermen carry anything from a 1200 to a 3000. I guess I'm the only one that carries a 4000 on my kayak, or one of the few. So a lot of people tell me all the time, hey man, I want to hear the drag. I want to hear the drag. How's the drag? Because I use bait casters. You can't really hear the drag on a bait caster. You kind of just hear the little silent movement. I have a feeling this one is gonna scream for its life when I hook a big red or a big snook with it. So that's gonna be fun, and that's why I'm excited about. I'm excited to use this one because I know that it's a smaller reel. I got a 15-pound braid on this one. I think I fit like 140 yards of line on this one. So it's definitely gonna be a fun reel to use. So be on the lookout. My next videos, guys, on YouTube, I'm gonna be using these spinning reels, and this one here, I guarantee you, I'm gonna make it scream. I almost forgot. The cooler, baby. And check out the merch real quick, guys. Check out the shirt. It's Seth Fishing. It's got my Seth Fishing logo right there. Hopefully you guys can see it on camera. Check out the back logo real quick before I go. I don't know what I just broke. Check out the back logo there. Hopefully you can see it. But it's gonna be the new merch that I'm gonna be coming out with in the next week or so, if you guys are interested in getting some shirts, these are gonna be on sale soon. I'm gonna order them next week, and it's just a matter of getting them from the distributor or whatever the case is. And so be on the lookout for these shirts. If you want one, hit me up. They are gonna be on sale for 30 bucks, and they are really nice material. This material is a lot better than the last shirts, in my opinion. These are more stretchable. I feel more relaxed in it, more flexible, and all that good stuff. But anyways, let's get to it. So check out the cooler that SWP gave me. This is the Orca 20 quart, and I believe they have a special on this one right now for 20% off, if I'm not mistaken, at SWP. And when I first seen it, I was like, okay, cool, so it's like a Yeti, but it's not. Check out the back. The back is awesome. It's got this really rigid, aggressive net here. It's not a cheap net. It's not like one of those cheap nets that rips after your uncle used it or whatever. This is a really strong net. It's got a Velcro here, and it's got the netting here. And this is cool for any time you want to carry drinks, or if you have a kayak, you want to carry your drinks in it. You can always put stuff here, pliers, things like that, or your keys, your phone. If you're on the beach or whatever the case is and you don't want to lose them, put it right there, and it's screwed on to the thing, to the cooler, with some really nice stainless steel bolts from what I'm looking at. So this one is gonna go on my kayak, and it is not super light, but it's not super heavy. It's gonna be like a Yeti in a way, except when I was talking to Steve at SWP, they were telling me how the gaskets here that the cooler has, when you close it and you have it locked in play with these little things here, thingamajiggers, it works like a suction cup, so you're not gonna have any heat going in or anything like that. So what he did say was, if you find yourself unable to open it up every now and then, whenever it's hot, what you're gonna do is you're gonna just loosen up this little valve here, and then obviously the water comes out and it loses pressure, and you're able to open it. Now, at first I was like, why would it do that? But it's not a bad problem from what I looked into. It's a good problem. That just means that the cooler is actually sealed, and you don't have to worry about heat kind of making its way in there, like kind of like on the Yeti, which makes your drinks to be a lot colder and things like that. So this is definitely gonna go in the kayak, this bad boy right here. I'm gonna see if I can put rod holders or something on it, so that way, in case I don't feel like taking the crate, I can just take this and put some rod holders on it, on the sides, and that should be good, man. So make sure you check out SWP. Get yourself a cooler as well for either your kayak, island trips, jetties. You know, if you want to have quinceañeras or whatever you want to do at home, you have some coolers that are gonna keep your drinks cold, and that way, you know, whenever people drink them or you drink them yourself, they're always cold, baby. Get it?